Would you believe I get all the way to the bank, look for my wallet, and my wallet is not in the car. So I got to drive all the way back to get my wallet. Hey, ain't life beautiful? But boy, is here. Uh, Hopefully everybody has been doing well and keeping your peace. But, I was sitting here, I was thinking about a couple of things um, in terms of land development and buying land. And, what I've come to see, find and observe over the last couple of years uh, is that the trend for buying land is now the new it thing to do. I'm gonna get some land and we're gonna be self-sufficient, rah rah rah, and it's a whole this new trend thing. It's the new sexy thing. I'm noticing it for people that uh, want to buy land or has had land for a long time. A lot more people are coming to find that land is valuable. Well, uh, the truth is that the land has always been valuable. It's been valuable since the beginning of time. Wars have been fought over land, and what's happening is that the old money. People get it. A lot of people they really understand um, what real value is. It's the common folk that don't know what real value is. It's the common folk that are renters, that are serfs, and that are at the bottom of the total flow. And so they're not designed to think about or even develop or owning land because it's hard work. Um, it is hard work. And people think that just because they have, purchased some land that they've crossed the finish line. And, you're just at the beginning. You're just at the beginning stage of a very long, arduous, uh, wonderful, uh, personal growth, developing journey in your life. Um, that's what it means, and it's just you just begin at this thing, um, because once you get on the land, you gotta develop the land, and that's what I always stress. It doesn't do you any good to have a piece of land if you don't know what to do with it. If you have the resources and the skill set to develop that land, and I always look back into the 20s and the 30s of these little shacks, and what they consisted of was basically a small little tiny room. It could have measured anywhere between 20 by 20, 10 by 10, whatever. It had a wood stove. It was poorly insulated. It really had no subfloor, and that's where all of the families, the poor families, would congregate. That's where all of the poor families, the serfs, would live. You could see dozens of these pictures from the 1910s, 20s, 30s, black and white pictures of these shanty shacks, and you still got them today. You can go and check them out, but that's where pretty much the family congregated and lived and slept and ate and played. The children were, they were outside, and it's amazing because if you can compare the children back then to the children of today, the children of today are a lot more poor health than we were back then. So what we're seeing and what we're going to see and what we are seeing is the rise of these shack homes that people are living in and are going to live in, where they have no running water, some type of rigging of electrical, but no real electrical. This all has happened, in the past. During the Great Depression, they just rig a light so you can have some light in there, and you had a wood stove. And that's how they lived. And we're seeing this again develop. And this is why it's so important to not only get the land, but understand what it takes to develop the land, what it takes to develop the opportunities necessary to draw in the resources to develop the land. These are all very real things that need to be taken into consideration, and it's unfortunate to see a lot of people that they don't know, they don't have the wherewithal, they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the understanding, they don't have the intellect. They don't have the intellect. Truly, it's sad. They don't really even have the intellectual capacity to do something on this scale, being that we have witnessed the sheer dumbing down of society. It's sad to, talk to people, and, they think they're doing something and they ain't doing nothing. Because they can talk the talk, but when you look at the mannerism of their lifestyle, they cannot walk the walk. It's sad, the dumbing down of society, but in addition to that, this situation, with the people, everybody else pretty much done for. But this is where we are. This is what I'm seeing. And so that's why it's so important to know and develop those real skills so that you know how to, develop and as well go out into your local community and develop the relationships, build the connections, and develop the skill sets so that you can build the relationships and then bring in those resources to develop what you have. See, that's what we're going back to. See, everybody, we live in a society today where everybody want to get rich off of Instagram. Wow, I got big old combine coming this way. Let me get off to the side. See, this is what we see out in the country. That's what we see out in the country. See, that's good country living right there. That's good country living right there. This is what we see out in the country. People putting in their harvest. It's corn harvest now. But people want to literally get something for nothing. They want to have some type of scheme where they can take $10 and make it into $500 million. This guy, David Carbone or whatever his name is, he's claiming that he can take $100 and make it into $5 million in XYZ months. Shaving his head and going off into the with a pickup truck. You see, this is the foolishness, flashing money. These people. The new thing is to take wads of cash and plop it down on the table next to you and start talking. They all doing the same. These are the trends now, because there's many false teachers, there's many false prophets, there's many people that are claiming that the road is easy. If you just do this, if you just put in this little bit of effort, you'll get so much rate of return, and you ain't got to get your hands dirty. You ain't got to do nothing. You ain't got to lift a finger. All you got to do is get some AI program that some guy has developed and that no one knows about before, and you buy your course for $899 a year. Modern day snake oil salesman. But the snake oil that they're selling you is the illusion that you can take their elixir that's going to cost you $900 and it's going to solve all your problems in 12 to 24 months. I've seen these videos where they talk about getting rich in 5 days, and people are buying these courses. Same guy telling you to do that, he got a whole series on how to make courses, because people are stupid, and stupid people buy these kinds of courses. These kinds of courses. There may be good courses to buy. I haven't seen any. Nothing that I can't learn my damn self. It's amazing. This free video. I watched it. By the end of the video, he won like $900. Amazing. Really amazing, because people want something for nothing. And so those who live in this delusional type thing, you got these people that are buying these properties, right? And they'll eventually end up living or have been in an utter state of poverty because they haven't prepared. They don't know what it means to be self-sufficient. They haven't put in the work. They don't want to, they're still chasing some worldly get-rich-quick scheme while they're out in the country. Or it's either that or regulated to some Walmart job, working minimum wage, getting busted and being a W-2 employee, busting your ass every day, doing work like that. And those jobs are not designed to help you stack, to really do projects, to really get, I'm just being honest. It's just enough for you to put gas in your car, to heat your home, to do minimum amount of maintenance, if any maintenance at all. I'm telling you. Clear as day, I'm seeing this. Those jobs are not designed for you to develop anything because you don't have the resources by the time it's food, because you are paying. If you're working one of the minimum wage jobs, you are buying food. I can assure you of that. Ain't no a ton of EBT for somebody working at Walmart. No, they buying food. They got a food budget. Yeah. Yep. Children want to drive on the back. Get on the back. Oh, come and pick up my damn wallet. So, this is what you are seeing develop. This is what's going on. And this is why I've been saying for years, develop real skills. And a lot of people, they don't pump it enough. They don't talk about it enough. We got to develop the real skills necessary to do things ourselves, because let's say even I just now finished with, my second bathroom remodel. I ripped out everything down to the studs, the subfloor, the walls. I reframed the walls. I redid the subfloor. I rebraced the subfloor. I put in, the new plumbing was already there. I just rerouted the plumbing, built out the shower, everything. And I did it myself. And even with all my discounts and resources, I still end up spending thousands of dollars. You see what I'm saying? I still end up spending, at least in materials that I didn't have at the time. Even with the materials that I got for I got the towel that I did in there. I got for cheap. That's Satori stuff. Come in the white boxes at Lowe's. I don't know if Home Depot sells them, but that high-end porcelain tile that you get at Lowe's. Yeah, straight up. Got that, for a deeply discounted price. I think I must have spent, if I look at it, probably about two bands, about $2,000. But without all of that, probably like $2,500 I spent. But even with all of that, you know what I'm saying? Without that, it would have cost me because I know, because I do bathroom remodels. You see what I'm saying? Are you getting this? I do bathroom remodels. I've done many bathroom remodels in the past couple of years. So I know the expense. I know the labor costs. And if you don't know how to do that, it's going to cost you upwards to with labor and materials at least $15,000, $16,000. Sure, could you get some dude to do it for $6,000? Or $5,000? But still, $5,000, $6,000. And you ain't can't do nothing on the materials because, you got to buy it at the end of the day. You ain't got no deals. You ain't got no connections. You ain't build a relationship with the people at Lowe's where they call you if they got excess stock. I always get called for excess stock. I got a pile of tile that I collect tile. And it sits over off on the side in a pile on a crate, on some crates, covered up with some tarp. And it's gonna sit there. I got laminate flooring that I've put in. I got boxes to redo all of that stuff. I've been stacking that stuff, just waiting, to put it in. But I got these deals, and I got this for pennies on the dollar. Most of the stuff I've gotten is 70 to 90% off. I've gotten from Lowe's. Anytime I'm doing a remodel, I take any of the excess material or fixtures or anything like that. You see how this all connects? And people are not doing this. I don't see many examples. I do see examples. Very few examples. This is why all of the brothers pretty much in the Skilled Hebrew Facebook group, they're doing pretty much the same thing, and they're all successful at it. Every single one of them that I'm seeing. I'm seeing other brothers that I don't even know, you know what I'm saying, through third parties or whatever, you know what I'm saying? They killing it out there. They are killing it out there. You think these people worried about the cost of materials and because I know they're doing the same thing I'm doing. Use this brother's what do you call it? I'm just driving around so that they can drive around in the car. But this brother, he got a 50% off paint discount. Don't cost him nothing. That's what y'all need to start doing, is sharing resources and materials that are people that are local. Sharing those resources and materials. What? Okay. I know it's a long video, but you know what I'm saying? I don't do these videos for likes and views. For people that watch it, they watch it. I think it's good information. I've been told it's been good information. Because, it's nothing like experience, years of experience to learn this thing and to give you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of what you need to be focusing on, how you need to be developing. That's why I tell people all the time, if you want to develop a real skill, first thing that you should do is go and find a carpenter, go and find an electrician, go and find a plumber, and tell them you'll work for free. Only if they would train you. That's exactly what I did. And I'm telling you, everybody should do the same thing. I don't care. If somebody is negating what I just now said, if you want to develop a real skill and develop a real economy and a real sustainable future for yourself and being able to develop a real skill and getting paid, if somebody's against this, I'm telling you, they are the devil. I shit you not. They're not for your best interest. This is wisdom right here. If you want to learn a real skill and you want to develop for your family, go out there, find a carpenter, find a plumber, find an electrician, and be an apprentice. That's what I did. I'm not telling you anything that I did not do myself. I swear to y'all. I swear to y'all. It was wise counsel. It still remains wise counsel. I can testify to the fruit of that wise counsel, and I think that you should do it too. I definitely think that you should do it too. And not only helping others do the same thing. And this is what we're trying to do now. But there you go. This is how you avoid. This is how you do the development. This is how you look at the triad of things that you need. Not only just buying the land, but being able to build the relationships, to be able to develop it, to be able to have the real skill sets to develop it, and to make it all sustainable. Now, I can't tell you that unless I have done it myself. Is that not the truth?